All right, so about a month ago, I started to revamp the Twins Mommy blog. Now, here's the traffic a month ago, about 15,000 sessions and 19,000 views with the intention of growing. You can see the arrows are moving up. They're all green. All right. And so within that last month, I've been really pumping out different types of content, particularly around things to make and sell and office decor things or things to be more productive in your office, as well as Pinterest marketing. Those three main topics seem to do well on Pinterest for my particular profile. And I am seeing the growth with my analytics here, seeing how many visitors are coming now and looking at my content and then helping me make more money. So let's look at the traffic right now. So after a month, it is 32,000 sessions, 42,000 views. So it doubled in a month, my page views. And I know the graph looks like I am downhill. My traffic is tanking, it looks like, but that little graph that you see with the big spike has been like that for like a long time, for most of the month. And I still see green arrows here. Even more so than, 82% growth, 98% growth, 92% growth. So, I mean, I don't think it's the result of the big viral hit that I got here because, there's and a lot has been going on since, I don't know, I'd say maybe the 20th of November till now, which is around the first week of December. And, there are no reds. Nothing is going down. It's just going up. It might hit me later on, but this time of the year, most blogs do get a lot of traffic, especially with the new year, with the type of content about being more productive, being more healthy, starting fresh, things like that you can incorporate into your blog posts. So I am seeing a lot of growth. I want to go through a recent blog post of mine of how to make your Pinterest account grow your traffic. It is all centered around Pinterest and your Pinterest account. I'm going to go through this blog post and we're going to just really talk and dive deep into these aspects to help you. Now, if you are a new blog, this works a lot better with new blogs because Pinterest wants new, unique, and fresh content. They just are devouring all the new content. And so that's why a lot of my niche websites that I've recently started are exploding in traffic. Within 2 months, I'm getting 40,000 page views. Within 6 months, I'm getting 80,000 page views. I am growing so fast because Pinterest is gobbling up all the new content that I'm creating with these niche sites. And that's what I'm doing with Twins Mommy now. I've created several new blog posts. So if you want to sort of get onto this bandwagon, my suggestion is to possibly start a new blog with a new Pinterest account. All right. Otherwise, with your existing Pinterest account, you want to make sure that it is a business account so that you can see the analytics. Here is a little snapshot of the analytics. That's sort of the preface before we get into the steps to create a good Pinterest account is to, get your, avatar, get your bio, get your title of how you want that, link it to your blog, do all the things necessary to show that you are a content creator versus just a user of Pinterest. And that shows when you start having a business account so that you can have, the analytics. So the first step is to optimize your Pinterest boards. Now you can go right into Pinterest here and type in some keywords that you are writing about or that your blog is about. So if you have a hair blog, type in hairstyles for, and you can see all these different terms. You can name your Pinterest boards those things if you want. You can even write blog posts about those things. So I have here, if you have a beauty blog, you're going to write about hairstyles. So you can search on Pinterest and you can see all the topics around hairstyles. And then you can use those terms for your future blog topics, for your pin descriptions, for your pin titles, and for your Pinterest boards. I will show you quickly another way you can find board topics using pin clicks. All right, so within pin clicks, you can search the Interest Explorer. Now, the Interest Explorer are topics that people use, type into Pinterest and they search for these topics. And you can see the volume of these terms. Whereas, if you go and you do a keyword research section on pin clicks, for example, I typed in just family Christmas pajamas. I don't see the numbers. It doesn't tell me the volume here. It's unknown. They, pin clicks might change that. All this is unknown, but it looks like they're going to put this information easily. So this will be another avenue that you can check the keyword to see, is it, how many people are actually searching for it. For now, we have Interest Explorer. So for something like, let's look at writing jobs. If I was going to do a topic around writing jobs or name a board around writing jobs, how many people are searching for this? Well, it says here 1,000 people are searching for this topic. Okay. And I can get inspiration by the type of pins that I'm seeing, the type of colors, and the topics. All right. And it's also good for a Pinterest board name, for example. I can go to a different one and check, was there one that's bigger? So this is only 73 people. So that's not a good topic to write about. Same thing with creative writing jobs, or to even name a board that way. 1,000 people for online writing jobs. So here's another one that's at least 1,000 searches. You can find some that, might have 5,000 searches, or ones that don't. I mean, like I said, this topic isn't that popular, so I'm not going to find a lot here. But we've searched for, let's entryway ideas, maybe. We can see lots of different interests that people type into, Pinterest. Now, this big term here is not going to be, people aren't going to search this multiple times. So it might be only a few, I can tell. But maybe for Halloween, it says it's a top category in Halloween and 57 people searched for that. So that's kind of low. But here, cottage entry ideas has 2,000 people searching for this. This can tell me quickly that I can write about this on Sponge Hacks. I can name a board about that, and I'm going to get people searching for this, and hopefully my pin will show up. I can also see that a lot of the pins are just the picture and no text. That can dictate the type of pins that I create. That's why I like PinClicks so much, because I use it multiple times a day. I look at top pins to find keywords and annotated keywords as well. I look at the Interest Explorer now to find the volume of the topic that I'm interested in, or the board that I want to name, and then the keyword research. Now, just to preface this, what I just showed you is not in Pin and Win. It's just another way to name your boards. I have a very detailed way to name my boards with the method that I teach in Pin and Win, and it's quite different. But in the end, it's all the same, because I'm just trying to find the best keyword to optimize my board with. And so these are just more keywords, and perhaps I'll do a case study and just try to name boards this way and see if that works, and incorporate that into Pin and Win, perhaps. But for now, I just wanted to show you that, because PinClicks, like I said, is a necessary tool to really grow your account on Pinterest. All right, so the next biggest thing is to find those topics that your audience really wants. What I like about Pinterest is that it makes it super easy to find your audience and what they really want through Pinterest Trends. Now, Trends is my best friend in helping me find those topics or trendy type of seasonal topics that I can write about. Now with Twins Mommy, it's a little bit harder, but now that I'm branching out to crafting, you can see that this pin, I can write about, crochet stuff, Christmas wood crafts, Thanksgiving crafts. I miss Thanksgiving, but I do have a Christmas woodcraft post. I do have a crochet post. Based on my pins, I was able to write about it. All right. So that helps me dictate what my audience is wanting at that point. I can also use, trends to search for things. And I do mention here my Christmas crafts here. Pinterest Trends also has a growing trend your audience loves. These don't necessarily fit with my Twins Mommy blog, but I have other blogs like Sponge Hacks, and I might find something like, oh, there's some kind of like decorate your living room for the holidays. Oh, I'm going to use that on Sponge Hacks instead, kind of thing. Or for my Smart Mom Ideas blog, there might be something there that I can fit there instead. And then the last part of Pinterest Trends is to search for things, and then you can use that to dictate what you're going to be writing about. So all of this helps you find what your audience is craving at the moment, because you can see like the uptick. People are really interested in Christmas office decor right here. And you know what? I recently wrote about Christmas office decor because that's what people want right now. All right. And Pinterest Trends will help you guide what type of content you're going to be writing about or focusing on. The next thing is to make those pins to get the massive views. Now, I do have my pin template for Canva that you can quickly, pick a template and then just swap out the pictures. You can use the font, change the color, and you have a beautiful pin. Like, I really love this winter one here. All these images are free to use and the fonts are free as well. So even if you don't pay for an account on Canva, you're using the free account, you can still access this pack. But one thing to note with your pins is that you don't need to stick to one color. You don't need to stick to one font. It's actually best to play around with different ways to make your pin designs. And I've been doing that with Sponge Hacks, and now I'm doing that with Twins Mommy. You can look at my account here and you can see the different ways that I'm creating pins. The one about your home office, I have this version, that version, this version. I have lots of different versions that direct people to the post. So maybe people that like minimal type of designs will go for this one versus ones that, in their feed, this one sticks out. So I'm trying different ways to create pins that resonate with my audience. Now I am trying ones that have no text. It's not doing too well for this account. It works much better for other accounts, but we'll see. I have to condition my audience to click on these, and maybe I'll get a new audience based on just the images here. But play around with your images and try different types of pins, video pins, infographics, dark pins, light pins, things like that. The next thing is to encourage people to follow you. Now, I don't recommend that you go and spend a day just following 50 people, and then the ones that don't follow you back, just stop following them. Like, we're not doing that. What you're doing is that you're encouraging people to follow you on your blog post by the helpful content that you provide. All right. So for example, at the end of a blog post, you can say, for more organizing tips, follow me on Pinterest. I especially do that for my niche sites. For Sponge Hacks, you'll see that. I don't do that too much with Twins Mommy because I do have, I think 60,000 followers. So I'm not interested in massively growing my followers. But with my niche sites, I want thousands of followers. And so I'm going to tell them at the end of my blog post, if they even made it to the end of my blog post, and I know that they like my content and they're going to want to follow me on Pinterest. And so that's how I'm encouraging people. You can also do it in your pin description. Here are some meal prep ideas when you work from home. I hope you enjoy the post. Make sure to follow me for more meal prep ideas or something like that in your pin description if you want. You can even use that if real estate. And also your Pinterest bio. Instead of dropping a link to a lead magnet like I have on my Pinterest bio, here, a lead magnet right here, you can just say, follow me to learn about such and such. So you can encourage followers just by the bio here. Okay, so there's lots of different ways to encourage followers. You don't have to be spammy about it. All right, the next thing is to monitor your Google Analytics. This is important to find those Pinterest pins and their growth. You go to acquisition in Google Analytics, then to traffic acquisition. And then from there, you click on the session source I have right here. You click on the plus sign to add another column, and then you go to page/screen, then landing page plus query string. It's a lot just to get to finding the Pinterest pins. And then from here, I can search for all of my Pinterest pins and see all the ones that give me traffic. And it's good for you to see which pins are actually driving that traffic to your blog. Because once you know that, then you can dive deep into that topic. You can use pin clicks to find lots of different ideas about that topic, and the ones that people search for the most, write those blog posts. All right. Now that I have my home office decor sort of taking off, I'm going to write more about it. This is I think my third or fourth post about my home office that I'm writing about. All right, I'm still going to write about Pinterest because, like I said, I want to grow my course, and I still have bloggers that read my blog, and the crafting. So different things to make and sell. So under mompreneur, you want to grow your business, or a work at home mom as well. I have things that you can make and sell. So like I said, with your analytics, pay attention to that. Make sure to bookmark this blog post or just copy this so that you know what to do to find your pins in Google Analytics. I want you to start using the Pinterest native scheduler. I am not using it to the full advantage, and I need to make this a habit of mine. I honestly feel that Pinterest wants pinners to stay on their platform. And if you're using their tools, they're going to look at your profile as a thriving profile that has fresh new content, using the scheduler, that's using the different tools that Pinterest offers, right? The Save It button, for example, is another Pinterest tool that you can use. The Pinterest trends, things like that. So you're using the platform, you're on the platform, right? So, and the native schedule helps with that. I have not seen any growth or difference of using the Pinterest scheduler, but at the same time, I haven't used it consistently. So maybe there are people out there that use it more consistently and can see the difference, but I haven't yet. A big thing is not to use the create a pin to upload your pins. Now, this is something that not a lot of people know about. And I honestly don't know if this is a make or break thing for your Pinterest account, because for years I was using the wrong way to create a pin. And I spelled create wrong in this screenshot, I just realized. But I always use this way right here at the bottom, the create a pin under organic. I don't know. My husband saw that and he said, oh, you should use the create a pin for ad section instead. I don't know. I think he watches a lot of SEO people or listens to podcasts about SEO. And so maybe someone mentioned that and they saw a difference. I personally haven't. I mean, I switched this a long time ago and my traffic wasn't like massively growing, or my Pinterest account wasn't massively growing. It was with the strategy in Pin and Win that propelled these blogs forward. But who knows, if I stuck with the organic way to create a pin, if that would have inhibited or stalled my growth. I have no idea. But if you're going to create a pin on the platform, which I highly suggest you do, to schedule your pins or just to, add new pins, you do it under create a pin for ad instead up here. Okay. So I can show you in real time. So don't go here instead. And it's just like the old version. You've seen it. This is the old version and you create your pin this way. It just works better. I don't know, but it works better for uploading lots of pins. I can upload several pins to schedule. And so that makes it easy as well. Make sure you're also scheduling your pins. I have recently switched over to Pin Generator. I was using Tailwind for many, many years with Twins Mommy, but the cost is a little bit hefty nowadays. And I'm not liking the new user platform in Tailwind. It's trying to incorporate all the social media stuff and the calendar and all of that. I really did not like. I just love just straight up Pinterest schedule tools. That's my favorite. And Pin Generator is just that. It just schedules your pins. And so I like using this, and you can also create your own templates. So once you find a template that works, you can create it. This is one of my Sponge Hacks templates that I created. You can also upload your, like right here, import Canva design. It's in beta mode. It doesn't work consistently. You can't really import your fonts. It's just sort of the design. You get a little bit aspects of it. It's much easier just to create it yourself. And just to let you know, I do show you step by step of how I use Pin Generator in my Pin and Win course. And also Pin Generator suggests to pin around 10 to 20 pins a day. My suggestion is similar to that when I tell new pinners how much to pin and then how to go from that amount to a larger amount, when to do that, how to do that kind of thing is all in Pin and Win. I did talk about using different pin image templates, and those are the big tips here. And then the last one is something that we've already discussed, which is to try different pin image templates and pin styles. Videos might work for your profile. It only works for some of my profiles. All right, so try different templates. And if you really want a solid strategy that actually works and is scalable, then I strongly suggest you enroll in my Pin and Win Mastering Pinterest Traffic course. It is on sale right now. All right, so let me know in the comments below if you have any Pinterest questions. Otherwise, make sure to check out this video of a new Pinterest strategy that I recently found out that I'm excited to start doing.